my honor to welcome all of you this evening to this, the first leg of the Antigua and Barbuda Chorale's 21st anniversary celebratory weekend. Can we have a round of applause for the Antigua and Barbuda Chorale? Thank you so much. This has been a very ambitious undertaking of ours. We are so grateful that you have all seen fit to join us this evening. We have with us two esteemed musicians from whom you will hear quite shortly. The first is Mr. Alfred Nathaniel Gumbs, soon to be Dr. Alfred Nathaniel Gumbs. He will be on the organ for us this evening, and then we will hear the beautiful voice of Miss Marla Brown. Now, there have been some changes to your program. I will advise you. The three pieces that you have seen listed to be played by Mr. Gumbs will not be played. He has chosen three completely different pieces. We have allowed him musical license to do so. And now a round of applause for Mr. Gumbs.
Good evening. I am glad to be here in Antigua. I had a lovely, lovely week. My first time here in this country. I've learned lots of words, ate lots of saltfish. I ate, was it cook up? No, not cook up. What did I have the other day? Chop up. I had chop up. I learned me bak. I've learned all these things. Just glad to be here. The first piece you just heard was by Fela Sawanda. He's a Nigerian composer. He lived from 1902 to 1987. He had an interesting life. He began his life in Nigeria. He studied there. He moved to London. He studied at the Royal College of Music and returned to Nigeria, ended his life in the States. The piece you just heard was, Yubalate, and it's a Nigerian melody. The next piece you hear is Toccata in F major by J.S. Bach, German Baroque composer, born 1685, died 1750. Bach was known to be one of the greatest organists of his time in Germany. If there was an organ being dedicated in Germany, Bach went around to dedicate the instrument. Bach went around to, he was a consultant. Bach was the Quincy Etanoff of Antigua. If there was anything to do with church music and organ, that was Bach. This piece is a toccata in F. It shows off Bach had wonderful technique. He had fingers for days, he had scale passages in the pedals, he had all this flawless technique. So I'm going to attempt to play Bach's toccata in F major. The next piece you'll hear is it's a piece by Felix Mendelssohn. He was born in 1809, died in 1847. I'm going to play two movements from his first sonata in F minor. The first movement I'll play is a slow lyrical movement. I can calm down, catch your breath. And then the last movement is staccato. And that will conclude this section of organ.
Another round of applause. We have the vocal stylings of Miss Marla Brown. She is Antiguan by birth. She'll be performing 2 pieces for us, then taking a break and coming back to sing a few more songs. Marla will be doing the first piece with Miss Ruth Brown according to your programs, who is her mother. All right, so we welcome Marla and Ruth Brown.
Father. Good evening, everyone. It is so good to be back home. And unlike Nathaniel, I have not gotten to indulge in all the wonderful Antiguan food. And I cannot wait for Monday morning to go and have some bread, butter, and chicken salami from Vangeline. You hear me? I cannot wait. You know, you have to preserve the voice. Can't have those things right now. But it's so good to be home. And I hope that you enjoy what I have in store for you. The next piece will be by Albert Hay Malott, and it's one of a very popular piece, and it's called The Lord's Prayer.
Thank you, Marla. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you, Nathaniel. The list of guest artists continues this evening. We invite now the Hell's Gate Steel Orchestra to perform for us, on pan of course, As the Deer, an arrangement by Mr. or Master Can Cordis.
Thank
Thank you, Can and Hell's Gate Steel Orchestra. We move straight along. We will be entertained now, again on the organ, by a young man, Mr. Jamoy Morrison. Jamoy is Antiguan as well, by birth. He's currently a second-year law student at UWI's Caville campus in Barbados, but makes it his duty every year to come home to support and play for the Antigua and Barbuda Chorale during our concerts. We welcome Mr. Jamoy Morrison.
Good evening, everyone. Just to clarify, I'll be playing the piano tonight. Just a week ago, I was introduced to this piece, and I immediately fell in love with it. It's called Pasakai from famous composer Handel, George Friedrich Handel.
We now move on. If you follow your program, you would notice that the next item will be a more contemporary interpretation of music, this by the New Bethel Seventh-day Adventist Praise Team, a song entitled Trust Me by Richard Smallwood. Let's welcome the New Bethel SDA praise team. Thank you, New Bethel. I believe that's what heaven must sound, something like that. We will now have the return of Miss Marla Brown. She will bring to you 3 more pieces.
Good evening once again. So the next three pieces that I will be performing are Negro spirituals, and they are so close to my heart. I love these three pieces. The first is Right On King Jesus, and back then these Negro spirituals kind of had dual meanings, you know, and they were from a place of bondage and oppression, but it was always, they always spoke of a yearning for a better life. And so Right On King Jesus does that, and then that will be done by, the composer, was Hall Johnson. Then I will be doing Give Me Jesus, which was arranged by Moses Hogan. And finally, one of the first pieces I did here in Antigua, He's Got the Whole World by Margaret Barnes. Hope you enjoy.
Woo!
The next item will be another item by Hell's Gate Steel Orchestra. I'm hoping this is Spanish because I'm going to give it a Spanish pronunciation. It's Quizás, Quizás, Quizás. Can is laughing, I doubt that's correct. By Oswaldo Fares, Hell's Gate Steel Orchestra. Thank you, Hell's Gate Steel Orchestra. Alfred Nathaniel Gumbs is going to come again. He's going to perform 2 pieces for us on his own before joining with Hell's Gate to perform a joint piece. So welcome again, Alfred Nathaniel Gumbs.
As you can tell, I'm the only one from out of town and keep changing the program up. The next piece I'll play is Amazing Grace, a toccata on Amazing Grace. Before I play that, though, I've always heard before leaving home, United States, that Americans cannot sing hymns, and I understand why now. I went to church with Quincy, I forget where, on Sunday, and the way you all sing hymns with fervor, excitement, and joy, we don't have that at home. It's exciting. So I'm going to bother you all to sing just the first verse of Amazing Grace, and then I'll play a postlude. Is that okay? And then we'll have the finale piece, the William Tell Overture.
Good evening. Well, while I'm moving this, I might as well just say something. It's indeed a pleasure to be here representing the Hell's Gate Seal Orchestra, but also here on what the choir is doing in Antigua. They've been doing some amazing work over the year with Brother Quincy Etinoff, and I think you can give them a round of applause. Sure. Now, how we got involved in this. Quincy posted something in our music teachers group a few weeks ago with Dr. Nathaniel, Professor Nathaniel, performing this piece. And I took my fastest and said, hey, you know, we're practicing this right now. It'd be cool, you know, to hear what it sounds like with the organ. And here we are, another commitment. But it's really a treat, and we're really thankful to be able to perform here with Professor Nathaniel. For you, I know it's in the middle of carnival season, and you know they're actually down there practicing right now. But we want to show you some of the stuff that we're working on, you know, as a steel band. We do other things other than calypso and soca, right? I mean, they have their place, but we also try to teach some classical music for different reasons, proficiency and things like that. So this is the William Tell Overture, the Gallop, the more popular section, and do enjoy.
Now, one of the mandates of the Antigua and Barbuda Chorale is to raise the standard of choral music in Antigua and Barbuda, and certainly to encourage music in general. And we were so happy that we were able to bring this weekend of celebration to you. As was noted, we are celebrating 21 years, which is a long time. If you are a current member of ABC, please stand at this time. All current members of Antigua and Barbuda Chorale. If you are a former member of the Antigua and Barbuda Chorale, please join us by standing. Any former members or directors of the Antigua and Barbuda Chorale? Thank you so much. You may be seated. We'll now invite Mr. Brother, Master Quincy Etinoff to offer acknowledgments.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Charles. Mr. Charles is our president. We are very grateful for the support that all of you have given to us this evening. And so we say from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. Thank you very much. We are overwhelmed. Please give yourselves a round of applause. We certainly serve a God who is able to do miracles. And this evening is the beginning of a miracle. We have been through a very interesting last 12 months. Certainly some of the things that we have experienced, we certainly never envisaged. And we wondered whether or not we would be able to get to this point. But certainly, by the grace of God, we have gotten here, and we are forever grateful to Him. We want to be very brief with this, and so we acknowledge the fact that there are many persons sitting right here within the audience who in varied ways have gone above and beyond the call of duty to ensure that this evening takes place. Many persons, upon hearing the vision, quickly said, yes, we will support you. And as a result, we are here today. Without me calling names, I ask you please to give a round of applause for all of the persons who have assisted us in getting to this point. There have been times when I have personally wondered whether or not miracles still happen. But the way some persons came on board and rallied with us to ensure that this happened truly is a demonstration that miracles, as we human beings see them, still happen. And we still serve a God who goes beyond human imagination. The President has already shared with you what happens tomorrow. I invite all of us to be there and not to miss it. It is going to be wonderful. But I will share with you, as I close, that in order for the Antigua and Barbuda Chorale to continue doing what we have been seeking to do, to give to society a continued experience of high quality music, there is a need for consistent financial support. And may I just allow that to settle in. We do hope that we have demonstrated this evening, as it were, a product which convinces you that we are worthy of your support. that we are worthy of your hard-earned money. We want to do more. This is not it. We have great inspiration for wonderful things. And as long as we have breath in our bodies and we have clear minds, we can do a lot. And so if you are inspired enough and you would like to be able to partner with us financially to ensure that this continues, come hell or high water, please see one of our members before you leave. Just give them your name and your number. The rest we will handle. Perchance that does not happen, you look at the back of your program and you see we have several ways of reaching us. Please feel free. We answer all calls and all messages. But on a serious note, we thank you. We are very grateful. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And we just simply give God all the praise and all the glory. May I ask you now to stand as we sing our final hymn. Let all the world in every corner sing, My God and King. Afterwards, Father Joel St. Rose will come and offer the benediction on our behalf. Please stand.